Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Fulltopia here in City Skylines. Guys, last episode we did some sweet expansions and we added in our very own cargo airport, which is now exporting all the goods on the other side of the island near our farm. We also did some pretty sweet farm expansions, which I want to try and continue today. And also, I want to try and do some expansions for residential. I want to do some expansions for our university. And I'm going to do some expansions for our nature reserve. So it's basically a bunch of amazing and a lot of expansions we're going to be doing today. I can't even get my words out. I can't even English right now, Seniac. But guys, if you enjoy Fulltopia and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're anywhere near too, guys, please make sure you subscribe. So, we are back in the beautiful world of Fulltopia, and I've added a few little extra farms here and there, but the main thing I need to do expansions on is, if you take a look at our kind of production levels, I'm pretty much making 507 tons of crops. Now, we can use that to be outputted into flour or animal products, and look at the variations. I'm doing 103 tons of animal products versus 18 tons of flour. I need to up our game over here right now. There is so much being wasted and we can really maximize on what's going on. So we have a couple of flour mills, we have some slaughterhouses. We don't have enough raw resources just yet. I thought of ways in which I can sort this out. I'm going to get rid of these small little grain silos and replace them with actual large warehouses if I have them available at the moment. That'll be a way to kind of make sure all the resources are close nearby and can get them into those production buildings. So let's first take a look then at the farming, and we pretty much have every building unlocked at the moment. So we want to go for the biggest producer of flour, which I think it is only the flour mill, isn't it? Yeah. These all produce kind of animal products, and then we have the flour mill, so we kind of need a couple of these. So I'm going to place as many down as I can. And by as many, it's pretty much going to be 4 in that just little area there. That'll bulk it all up. But I need these warehouses. So the warehouse is going to store the goods, and I can actually get the large one. I don't know if the large one's way too big. How many units does that hold? It does have a huge capacity. My main issue is the earth is not level around these areas, as you can see. So it'd be nice to kind of get it semi-level. Let me kind of up the brush size. I mean, I know I'm not going to get it perfect. I mean, we'll create these huge rampant. Do you know what I can do? Is just pause it a second. Let's just delete this. I'm going to delete this corner. Smoothing it out. We'll flatten it to this level. Let's do a bigger brush size. Up to there. Because I do want to get like a large warehouse. We'll create like almost like a buffer as that road goes around the edge. I'll smooth it out a bit as well, so it's not so ridiculous. There we go. So it becomes a nice little... as you're driving down that, you have the hill on the side. So if you're driving down, you can't really see the farm on the left, so it doesn't ruin your view and all the factories, so you get a nice little drive. It still feels like you're kind of in the countryside. And then let's get now then, where is the industrial road? This... can continue up to there, and then I've already forgot. Was it this? This is the road that kind of went straight across, isn't it? Yeah, and it kind of dips down at the very end. That's all good. Let's get back into play then. So let's get those large warehouses. So, oh, that's a point now. I could do back to back, couldn't I? Right. Okay. Let me. I'm gonna guess there. I've just literally guessed that's where it's gonna be, and that fits in wonderful. Oh, that was a pure guess right there. So if I do that, I can get one either side. And these like ridiculously huge warehouses. Right, there we go. Beautiful. We'll just sort that little lip out in just a second. So in here we can store, we'll have it balanced. We can store animal products and flour before it then gets shipped off into sale. So animal products in that one. We'll do flour in that one. So all the goods get thrown over there, so they're being constantly pumped out and stored. Let's just sort this out here. So let's use the leveling tool just for a second. Kind of bring that out. I mean, I could technically keep it like that. Would I want it to come down to any of these roads? If I did that one there, is it beneficial to do that in any way? And then that will eventually connect to up here. We'll see how it goes. But ultimately, right, we're storing the goods. So everything that these buildings produce will get thrown into these warehouses, and then off they go into their various spots. So I'm also going to get, like, how big's the medium ones now? So the medium ones are pretty cool as well. We can squeeze them in little places. One will fit in there perfect. And what I'll do with this one is, I keep clicking the wrong one. We're going to store in here, we could do farming products. So this is zoned industry, which is actually quite a far way away. So I don't know whether we actually want to use those, to be honest. Maybe not. We'll do unique factory goods, because we do have over here our bakery, and that's where the pastries will get stored before they get shipped off. Right, at this moment then, we've upped our production to 48 tons in flour. So we'll keep that going. We'll actually place a few more buildings down here and there, and then we'll go focus on somewhere else. So farming then, we'll get a few little more flour mills in. It's just all about where we can squeeze them in. So I do one there, one there. I've got to dot them round in nice little hot spot. Oh, they fit in like a perfect in a row here. So I really do want to up my flour production levels. There we go. It's gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be so, the production around here is gonna be ridiculous, and hopefully we can use this to create a huge powerhouse when it comes to agriculture produce. Now this is just literally storing crops. We do kind of still need those, but I'm thinking they are the smaller versions. So why don't I literally pump it out every single one and empty it, just so I can still keep the crops. Like, you know, me deleting it, then it just deletes the crops that were stored in there. So if I just completely empty all of these now, and once they've, you know, completely emptied, I get rid of them, replace them with larger versions. So empty those. Right. Now, what stores the most? That's 500,000 versus this at 600,000, the large grain silos. Yeah, we're going to go with these then. Okay, so I won't pull it in now, but I'll give it time to kind of tick along with how it's going. That should be pretty sweet. Right, so let's also focus on getting some more residents in then. So I've got this nice little area here we can work on. We got quite a nice little demand there. We're going to do all low density. Now I'm going to pause it for a second and place all the low density in here. We'll zone all of it there. Continues here, but then here, now we should be able to get rid of this, and I'll zone all this one side here, the commercial, because that's what we've been doing, is zoning commercial. I think I might use these blocks here to expand on the commercial side there, so we do like a small little shopping district in this little section, and I'll use some paths as well to kind of integrate from this. So why don't we, with our anarchy, come from about, if I pick that line there, come straight down, so they can walk through this down the side of the building. And then we'll bring, we're trying to, you know, not lose as much zoning as possible. Do that there, so you lose one line of zoning. And then we'll bring it up here. So go across there. Bring this straight down to go into there. And we'll kind of create... If I create this small little walk around inside, we can use it to go in there. like that. Then we can place in a few little trees and stuff in that area, but we'll wait for that area to build up. These are going to complain that there's not enough, there's no electricity touching them at this point. But again, we'll wait for the zoning to kind of complete. Right, so that'll build up. I do want to kind of create little cul-de-sacs and roads coming around all these little areas here and fill in all the gaps. That's going to be pretty cool too. Let's take a look at the University of Fulltopia then. What can we add to this? Because we did upgrade it to the next building, didn't we? Now, we got the futsal club thingy, didn't we? How does that look? Is it this building over here? No. So it has a few trees. Is it this one? Yes, it is that one. So I'm trying to remember what point we're at. Did we get the outdoor study area? We didn't, because this is huge, isn't it? So I placed the outdoor study area just there. Oh, actually, do you know what? That is on a... I didn't realise that was on such an incline. So let's cancel that. Actually, let's not move it just yet. Let's move some... Well, let's set up some more paths and stuff in. So we'll really now, because this area is a little bit more flat, we'll really kind of take advantage of this area. So first things first, then we'll take... Let's put the snapping back on. We'll take it from here, where it kind of cuts across there, and we'll bring it straight out. Now, how far? I'm not 100%. So if I just kind of create these connections. So this is where you would want, if I go up by 20. And we just go across to a certain degree. If I do 15 there, so it gives me a 5 and a 5 bend, almost. Alright, if I do it to there. There we go. So it's a nice little walkway going down. We'll do some more little connections in between, but I just want to get some of these stuff set up then. So we've got the futsal club in there. We have the outdoor study area, which actually I want to take off the snap in there. The anarchy, sorry. Boom, there we go. So we throw that in. We've also got to add in the university gymnasium. Now, if I squeeze that in right next door to it, and then we'll now do some more walkways and stuff with this. So if we just come off up to there, and we'll use this one to go straight up, and we connect like that. So you got a nice little walk around going, and then with the anarchy back on, we can do little connections coming in and out of the areas. Does that go into it as much? If I do it going straight through like that. Nah, do you know what? That looks a bit stupid, doesn't it? I'll get rid of those. There we go. They can walk around and connect anyway, which is pretty cool. And I'll bring this down there. So we've done the gymnasium. We're now on to the cafeteria, which is where they're going to get all their food. So would I need that a little bit closer to the main area? Now, I feel like we should keep it all in this little section. Or we could place it in there. That's actually a really good spot for it. I'm going to actually drop 2 of them in. So 2 cafeterias. Which is quite nice. They have nice little views, they do, don't they? Of the bay and stuff. Okay, and then what's next on the agenda? We then have next one is the school, the university fountain. So the fountain would be quite nice. Just here, wouldn't it? Boom. So I can't get anything else just yet until we progress a little bit further. But we've got a few extra buildings in here and there. Alright, let's expand the water. There we go. And this is going to be really cool. So it'll be interesting to see how it progresses. It really will. I've still got very high student capacity, so there's still people can come in. I don't need to do any more dormitories or stuff just yet. To get to the next stage, I need to do one more academic works. So we'll do... let's do a discovery. Let's give them the funding for that. Do you know what? No, we won't do it. We'll just give that and then in the hopes that they will do it. And we'll see how that plays out. Coldridge Farms. Oh, the profit's up to 13,000. Production's gone up. Looking really, really good. So we've dumped a load of crops. Have they now completely emptied it, or are they still going? No, they're still going. It probably takes some time for them to dump all of that. Yeah, it probably will. And I think it would be a good idea to turn these into one-way roads. You see how they're crossing back and forth. So if they came in this way, if I created a one-way loop like this, that goes in, and then this one goes out. So you created this little loop here that goes around. Inlet, outlet road. There we go. We'll get more of a streamline with how they're entering and exiting. We can even fine tune it where, it's obviously one lane's one side, the other lane's the other side to enter the factories. So there will be ways to fine tune that, but that's going to be pretty cool. So we'll see how we get along with this then, university. Right, how's these expansion over here? Oh, they need water. I didn't realize you didn't have all the pipes down. Alright, let's bring those down. Bring those down. Bring that down. Do I have snapping on? Yeah. Let's get the anarchy off as well. Right, they now all have water. The power spread's fine, which is good. So that one is slowly build up over time as more people move in and more demands get met and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. This is quite exciting, isn't it? Right, okay, we'll leave this to it as it is. Leave the university, leave this little area over here. And I want to work on adding some extra stuff to the nature reserve. Now, I want to add some water in this little bowl, because that's what everyone was asking me to do, so I think it'll be a cool thing to add in. So if I can get it in, and hopefully it stays in there. If it doesn't, then bad news for everybody. But we'll see, we'll see. Can I increase and I can increase and decrease it. So if I kind of put it to about here, and hopefully it stays in the little bowl. I'll try and get it a little bit higher, but it'll be quite cool. Just give it some time. How about if I fast forward it? Or is it going to overspill? How is it overspilling when it's like literally... Oh, we're going to cause a huge crash now. Or are we okay? I feel like we could slightly... It's all kind of disappearing now, isn't it? We could bring it up to... I'll bring it up to about here. And then see how that gets along. And we'll just increase it as time goes on. So let's take a look then at our nature reserve, which is this one. That's a zoo, nature reserve over here. So some of the new stuff that we did unlock. These little viewing decks. Now these are pretty cool. So if I start at the very top up here. These are perfect, these little viewing decks. Which one? Oh, I think that one's better, isn't it? So these are really good views over our city. I'm going to use this. I like this type of one we've got here. So I feel like I'm going to use that more. So we've taken off there. So imagine sitting or standing on the edge of that, looking over the city. Oh my god, have I got like a huge death wave going on? Oh no, I think I've just seen... from that point there, you see everything. And it looks like there was a lot more going on than there actually is. But those are a little cool, aren't they? And it'll be good to get some on this side over here, hanging over the edge. So the slope is too steep. Is there any of it there that's not... that one would be really good, wouldn't it? On the edge of that, looking over. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that one. So let's get a few more in here and there. So let's get some on this side, one there. Squeeze in one there. It just gives them more to do in the nature reserve. Don't need to do it over here, but it would be nice to have some up by the castle. So some of them in a bit weird spot. That's a weird one, is it? We have no need for that one there. That one's quite nice because it looks into the ditch. You can see some wildlife and stuff like that. That's a cool one. Yeah, we got some good ones going on right now. Oh, that would be a good one, just on the edge here. You can overlook all the factories and look down. Oh, that's definitely a really good one. That could be my favorite one in terms of the view. You see a lot from that point. Okay. So what else have we got?